You ever have this happen? My charger slash cigarette lighter unscrewed from the inside. There's no way to access it from underneath. So I'm going to show you how that is repaired in a 2007 Honda Pilot. Okay, so to get at that lighter, we're going to need to remove a few trim pieces, and then we're going to remove 4 screws that will allow us to remove this trim piece here and pull this out, and then we should be able to work on that lighter. So the first piece, we're going to take this one out. And I'm pulling those out vertically. Now there's 2 screws I'm going to loosen. One here and one here. And I'll use a Phillips screwdriver to do that. Okay, that's going to allow me to pull this piece up gently. So when I pull this piece up here, what it's actually going to do is allow this trim piece to come out a little bit. You see that little lip that's now on there? I can get in there to remove this trim piece now. Same thing on this side. I pull this up a little bit. It brings this up just a touch. Now I'm going to pull this towards me, and then I'm going to pull it straight up. Same thing on the other side. Pull this up, pull this towards me, and then pull it straight up. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to remove those 4 screws. Okay, with those 4 screws removed, I'm going to pull on both sides and then pull from the bottom, and that is going to pull it forward. Once this is open, I can see there's my loose harness. So what I need to do is I need to screw this back on to hold the opening tight. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little thread lock on there so this doesn't happen again. So I'll put some thread lock on these. I'm going to put some thread lock on these threads and then screw the case back on so this is nice and snug. I have just a touch of thread lock on there. And I'll position that case. Okay. With that screwed on nice and snug, I'm ready to reverse the process and put this piece back in. The trim piece is back in place, nice and snug, and I'll return my 4 screws to the corners. I've pushed these trim pieces back down. There's one. There's 2. Now I have to remember to put my 2 screws in, both sides. Make sure those are nice and snug. Slide these trim pieces back in. That's it.